This is Modern Service Mastery, business school with boots on. Real lessons, real talk, and real growth for the residential service industry. Let's get to work.
All right, let's start with the idea that's honestly a game changer for contractors. What gets measured gets managed. Now, we've all heard that phrase before, but the problem is we tend to measure the wrong stuff. Too many people focus only on dollars. How much did we sell this week, this month? It's a big mistake.
Oh man, seriously. It's like going to the gym and only checking how much weight you can bench without paying attention to what you're eating or how consistent you are. You're going to burn out, plain and simple.
Exactly. And hey, burnout's real. Did you know that 67%, that's 2/3 by the way, of sales reps say burnout is a major issue? That's not just salespeople in suits. It's guys like us talking with homeowners about patios, roofing, plumbing, you name it.
Yeah, you've got it. And you know what happens when you're burnt out? You start running on hot streaks. You close a big deal, get super hyped, but then you hit a dry spell and you're scrambling to fill your schedule with anything. It's brutal.
That's why sustainable success, real success, comes from habits and repeatable routines. High performers in this space, they're not just lucky. They've got systems, weekly check-ins, consistent goal setting, and forecasting. It creates momentum you can count on.
Right, like those weekly sales cadences, man, those are gold. Harvard Business Review did a study. Weekly check-ins can boost performance by 25%. 25%? Why the heck wouldn't we make this a thing?
And not just make it a thing, make it the thing, But let's get real specific. Say our weekly sales target's 30 grand. The average enhancement opportunity is $5,000, and you're working off a 70% close rate on opportunities. Are you following me so far?
Yeah, crunch those numbers for me a little more, though.
All right, here's the breakdown. To close 30 grand, you need about 6 opportunities a week. And since 90% of in-person client visits lead to opportunities, that means you need to meet at least, drumroll please, about 7 or 8 clients a week.
Math doesn't lie, people. 7 visits a week, that's only 1 or 2 a day? That's doable if you're organized. You can totally make that happen.
Right? And you're not just relying on client visits. Mix in leads from referrals, channel partners, even marketing. Diversify that pipeline. It's your safety net.
Man, this is what I love about this system. It's not just about grinding and hoping something sticks, You've got this weekly rhythm, a cadence, that keeps you on track.
Exactly. It's built around KPIs, key performance indicators that actually matter. Sure, track revenue, but don't forget proactive opportunities, post-project reviews, and referrals. Those are the things that keep your schedule full, even when the economy isn't working in your favor.
Wait, let me throw one in there. New Google reviews. Got to get at least 2 a week, right? Social proof, baby.
Absolutely. Look, this isn't just management talk. This is real-world stuff. You can track promises kept, client loyalty, even how often you're touching base with past clients. Accountability doesn't mean pressure. It means setting yourself up to win consistently.
You're not kidding. Build those habits, stay consistent, and you're going to hit that 30 grand per week. No problem. Speaking of habits, let's dive into ROAR. It's like having a cheat code for staying consistent and hitting your goals. Review objectives and results. Sounds fancy, but it's really just about tracking what's working, what's not, and what's next.
Exactly. You start by celebrating wins. We don't do that enough, right? Highlight who closed deals, who got those Google reviews, who created opportunities. It's about building momentum, showing the team the score.
Oh, man. And it's such a vibe, too. Starting a meeting with good news instead of just diving into, hey, why didn't you hit your numbers last week? Nobody wants that.
Right? It sets a positive tone. After that, it's all about scoreboard check. How did we do last week? Where's the pipeline for next week? And how many opportunities are we creating proactively? This isn't micromanaging. It's giving people clarity on what's ahead.
Yeah, it's basically offense and defense for sales, right? Defense is about wrapping up what you got in play. Offense is filling the pipeline so you're not stuck scrambling later.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Jake. But here's the real kicker. It's about removing barriers. Let's say someone's having trouble getting replies from old leads or struggling to schedule site visits. That becomes everyone's concern. What's blocking progress? And how do we fix it together? Remove impediments fast.
Man, I love that. It's like, instead of getting chewed out, you're getting problem solving. It's proactive instead of reactive,
Exactly. And once you've addressed the obstacles, you move into role plays. This is where the magic happens. You take real-world scenarios and practice them. How to pitch a referral lead, how to talk about an enhancement without being pushy. It's a safe space to make mistakes and improve.
Dude, role-playing is underrated. And if you're hung up on the name, call it scenario planning. Yeah, it feels weird at first, but once you get into it, you're like, whoa, I finally know how to nail that opener. It's a game changer. One time I walked into a lighting pitch like I'd practiced it 100 times, because I had. You want a secret tip? I do it with ChatGPT. It's more comfortable to do it alone sometimes. I just say, let's role play a sales scenario. I am at your home selling you new windows. You're the client, I'm Jake the salesperson. Adjust your prompts until you have it smooth.
Great tip, Jake. I do that as well, all the time. And those skills stick with you. Okay, back to the weekly Roar meetings. We close each one out with a boost. Maybe a what to work on this week. A reminder like, focus on preparing ahead of your introduction meetings this week. Or just a quick stat to inspire confidence. It's about leaving people with purpose and energy.
And that's why Roar is so good, Mike. It's not this corporate boring thing. It's a rhythm that makes sure you know your numbers, but also feels like you're in a team huddle, not a courtroom.
Right? And at the end of the day, it's about metrics that actually move the needle. If you know your pipeline, your proactive opportunities, and even those client reviews, you'll keep momentum without the pressure. And that's really what accountability is, progress, not perfection.
You nailed it, Mike. Momentum and progress, not pressure. That's exactly what Roar meetings are designed for. Let's break it down and see how these strategies turn into real, sustainable results.
Jake, you nailed it. It's all about creating a framework that helps you stay consistent. And the beauty of Roar is that it's not reinventing the wheel. It's just being intentional. All right, let's role play the team meeting version. You're the sales manager. Go for it.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot now? All right, here we go. So, morning team, welcome to our weekly Roar. First things first, we're kicking this off with the good vibes. Who's got wins to share?
I'll go first. I closed a patio redesign for $15,000 this week from a client warranty review visit. These have been my bread and butter this year.
That's what I'm talking about. Mike's following the process and winning. All right, anyone else? Cool, let's move to the scoreboard. We hit 25K out of 30K last week, and the pipeline for next week is already at 40K. That's a solid lead. But here's my question. How many proactive opportunities did we create?
Honestly, I stuck with my 4 site visits, but I think we could stretch that to 5 or 6 weekly if we're really dialed in.
Exactly. The opportunities are there. You just got to grab them. And hey, any barriers we want to address? Like what's been throwing people off their rhythm?
You know, I've got a few client leads that have gone silent. They were hot prospects, but then nothing. It's frustrating.
Here's what I'd do. Just pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Mrs. Smith, I just wanted to check in real quick. Our schedule's starting to fill up, and I want to make sure we can still get your project done in the time frame you were hoping for. No pressure. Just let me know if you're still thinking it over or if you've got any questions I can help with." That tone says you care, you're thinking about them, and you're managing your time, and theirs, professionally.
That's brilliant. And it's things like this that make Roar so effective. You solve the little stuff before it becomes big stuff. Now let's wrap this role play with a quick engagement pitch. Pretend I'm a referral lead who's hesitating on a lighting upgrade. How do you approach me?
Hey, Mike, I was just thinking we could add some dimension to that backyard of yours. Imagine how those lights could create like a wow factor during summer hangouts. Plus, it's practical too. No more fumbling in the dark. What do you think?
Jake, that's gold. You're confident, you're addressing both aesthetics and practicality, and you're keeping it conversational. That's the way to do it.
Thanks, Mike. And the thing is, it's the cadence, man. You practice, you refine, and before you know it, this stuff becomes second nature.
Exactly. Sales success isn't about pressure, it's about process. Build those habits, track your wins, and make small adjustments every week, like progress over perfection, right?
Couldn't have said it better myself. And hey, to everyone listening, go schedule your site visits, track those KPIs, and keep it sustainable. Oh, and don't forget to celebrate the wins, even the little ones. Every step forward gets you closer to the big picture.
And if you want to level up even faster, share your progress with the Service Mastery community, post your takeaways, ask questions, and connect with others building the same habits.
We've got a whole crew out there doing this together, so don't do it alone. Your next breakthrough might come from someone else's post, or yours.
All right, that's it for today. Keep building, keep learning, and remember, the seeds you plant today are the results you'll celebrate tomorrow.
We'll see you in the next chapter. Stay sharp out there.
Thanks for listening to Modern Service Mastery Business School with Boots On. If this episode helped you lead, grow, or think differently, share it with your crew and keep the momentum going.